got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA.
Yo, and welcome to another episode of the Quick Combo. God damn. Let's run that back. I swear I really haven't been drinking.
I am drunk.
I swear to God, I really haven't been drinking. I took some NyQuil last night and ain't been right since.
Hey. And that NyQuil, you still feel it in the morning.
Bro, it's fucking 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sitting there talking about combo.
Hey, you really want to make it interesting, you'll take some NyQuil right now and then not go to sleep.
Yeah, right.
You really want to make it interesting.
Look, a nigga be a zombie. Like, yo, hey, real talk. This happened one time. I took some NyQuil, fell asleep on the couch. Megan woke me up and was like, "Hey, babe, let's go to bed." I go, "Bet, let me go let the dog out." When I tell you, I couldn't move my feet. Look. I looked at Kane. I said, "Hey, I swear to God, please help me."
And then you take that NyQuil, you be like, "Welcome to the Steve Harvey Show."
Wait, what?
What?
My nigga, where are we?
I thought this was the Quick Combo. When did we get on the Steve Harvey Show?
He said, "Hold on, let me put my motherfucking mustache real quick." Oh shit, we might just keep this shit.
New watch alert, few blows, or the big face rolly, I got 2 of those. Arm out the window through the city, I maneuver slow. Cut back, snap back, see my cut through the holes. Damn, Easy and Hove, where the hell you been? Niggas talking real reckless, stuck man. I adopted these niggas, Philip drumming them. Now I'm about to make them tuck they whole summer in. They say I'm crazy, but I'm about to go dumb again. They ain't see me cause I pulled up in my other bins. Last week I was in my other bins. Oh, your diamonds up, cause we in this bitch another again. Photo shoot fresh, looking like wealth. I'm about to call a paparazzi on myself.
Yo, welcome to an episode of the Quick Combo. I'm your host, Owen, and as always, I got my main man beside me, my man Samaj. What's happening, baby? The GOAT.
The GOAT.
I dig that. That's dope.
Glad to be here, my brother.
Where the heck you find that?
Hey, Mama Smith hooked your boy up. I don't know where she got it, but hey.
She got it.
She got it, so it's perfect, and it's perfectly positioned to where anytime I get on a call or anything, people just see the GOAT.
That's so dope. Right. That's so dope. I gotta get my artwork together. See, our problem is we're such minimalists. Like we ain't got shit on.
I mean, I am too, but
yeah, but
I mean,
I got, what do I have? I got a Kobe. So okay, what I got a lion right here. I've got in the closet. I got LeBron, MJ, and Kobe. Speaking of GOATs, but that's kind of it. I got a bunch of books. I got a gang of books. Anyways,
yeah. I mean, if it were just me here, yeah, this place would be
bare naked,
bare bones. But
we just not getting furniture, like we're broke or something.
Hey, come on in, sit on the pillow.
We're Indian in this house. Okay.
We practice Indian rituals. Please. sit
Take
right
a piece
down.
But yo, so here on the Quick Combo, we like to talk quickly about things that are happening in either sports or entertainment. This isn't really like one that's happening this week, but I think it's one that's relevant. I feel like NIL is such a big deal right now, right? Between that and the transfer portal, it is tearing up some teams. I'd say that it's tearing up some people. How you feel about NIL, bro?
Yeah, I mean, so they had to do something because we were kind of getting to the point where it's not really going to be a whole lot you can do. It's not going to be a whole lot of reasons why an athlete would want to stay in college. Besides the fact that players need to get paid for name, image, and likeness. As someone who has seen players get paid under the table before, there's always been NIL. Now it's just legal, obviously. But,
it's out there now.
They got to find a way to regulate it. I mean, we've kind of seen I mean, say it's not a coincidence that Nick Saban retired a couple years after NIL was like that's not a coincidence.
No, I feel like it's one. It like you said, the selling point of a player. You get a lot of great sweatsuits.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
but
get
I'm
a lot of
struggling.
issue gear. Like what?
Yeah, but I'm struggling. You want me to wear a suit to games? I can't even afford one.
Right.
Like it's not it's not a myth that college students are broke, right?
Yeah, even athletes, because the little $300 or $400 stipend they get is not it's not moving the needle.
Like even say right, say you're there on a full ride scholarship, right? You still got to eat, right? You still got
Yeah,
to pay for transportation.
you still gotta have a couple dollars to go out. Like,
You got to
yeah,
buy book. I mean, you got to buy books. I don't know. Does your full ride cover your books?
nah, they cover the books.
It cover the books.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't have one. They gave me a cool $1,000. I was like, hey, whatever you want to do with it, enjoy.
yeah, nah. They cover the books. They basically cover everything that will be college related, but it's still like,
Yeah,
$300 or $400 a month, even when you're in college. Like,
still
it's
not.
not. It's better than nothing, but it's not much.
Well, like I think about it this way, right? So I'm from the projects, right? Y'all give me full ride scholarship. Man, I appreciate that because outside of that, I would have never made it to this university. Okay. I would never had the opportunity to better myself. However, as I'm traveling around the nation with the team and you guys are housing me and you're feeding me and all this stuff, when I call home, my mom is talking about how she's struggling, right? My mom
Yep.
is talking about how she's seeing me on TV, but she can't make it to a game.
Mm-hmm.
Where now getting paid even just a little bit, right? Because not to be honest, not everyone is getting these deals like everyone thinks, right? NIL is big, but not everyone is getting the $1 million.
No.
Okay, but what that is doing is it's helping me get mom to the game, right?
Yeah,
I can pay
like,
for a bus trip or a plane ticket to get to the game.
which is why you always hear, like, before there was NIL, you always hear players used to talk about, like, I gotta hook mom up or I gotta hook dad up. Like, I gotta, like, I gotta go to the league. Maybe I gotta go to the league a year early because mom and dad are struggling with the bills, and this is the only way that we're gonna be able to take care of them. And, obviously it's less prevalent now, but yeah,
It's just,
it's people making millions of dollars.
but I mean, like, this is my thing though. Like, how many people are making $1 million, right? Like,
so
you see a few of them in commercials and have endorsements and
yeah,
stuff, but like, how
I
many
would
really?
say, I mean, we could just name off right now. So Caleb Williams, obviously, he's about to go to the NFL. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark,
The Sanders,
who?
both brothers, Shiloh
Oh
and
yeah,
Shador.
Charlotte Shador, Travis Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
Juju. I don't think Juju's making $1 million yet.
No.
She will be by this time next year. She will be, but yeah, there's only
a handful,
10, 15 players,
right?
across all sports, maybe.
That's really making these NIL money, right?
Yeah.
So like, is it really as bad as everyone thinks it is? Because there's people that really think like Nick Saban. This is bad. It made him retire.
He's like, look, all these kids want to do is get paid and go to the league. Yeah.
Isn't that what we do it for? Like as a kid, when you wanted to be like Mike.
Like, why else are we doing this?
But I mean, at the same time, though, you think it's watering down the sports?
So I forget who I was listening. Oh, it was Jay Wright was talking about this and how, like, one of the big names when UK lost the other night and they lost to a school with fourth senior and fifth year seniors. He's like, the era of these freshmen coming in and just winning the tournament is over because kids are going to stay in school now because they're getting paid to be in school. So now, instead of going to the league after their sophomore year or whatever, kids are staying in school because they're making more in NIL than they would be in the league. Case in point, Angel Reese. I think Angel Reese probably would have went to the league last year if she was not making the NIL money. That I'm pretty sure she was last year. Pretty sure. But like now, she doesn't have an incentive to, like, especially going into the WNBA. Like, you know, the women are vastly, vastly underpaid in the WNBA, which is a whole nother topic. But she's making more in NIL than anybody in the WNBA makes right now.
Mm-hmm. Man, I just think, especially with her specifically, though, and now we just mentioned like there's not a whole lot of people making like hella money through NIL, right? But
No.
when you watch her play now, her game is different.
Oh, yeah.
Like, her game is different. She's not gonna hustle for a ball.
No.
She's not gonna dive on the floor.
No.
She's still getting rebounds. She's still averaging double. Yeah, right. She's supposed to be an elite player in her league.
Yeah.
But you can tell a difference.
Yeah. She has when you have a brand to protect, you know, it's, you got to make a business decision sometimes. Like, yeah,
Hold on.
you know what?
Dog.
Let me not dive on that loose ball right now.
I just pulled the list of NIL. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this for sitting at number 1, which we know why he's number 1. Bronny James.
Well, yeah.
We know why he's number 1.
Yeah.
Bro, my man is getting $4.9 million in NIL and don't average over 10 points a game.
Yeah.
We know why he's getting that, though. But okay, it's kind of like we say. So, like, when I tell you some of these names, you're like, you know what? You see them in commercials. So, you got Shador, number 2. Hold on. Livy Dune. Who the heck? Oh, she's for LSU. She plays for LSU. Yeah. Caitlin Clark, Archie Manning, Travis Hunter. I did not expect this one. So Quinn, what's his name? Ayers. He's
Ewers?
Yeah, Ewers. For Texas.
Why? Because he goes to Texas.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, but I mean, I say this isn't a lot of money, but it's a lot of money. Like $1.9 million. Like, that's life changing. You gotta think,
like, what would me and you have done with half of that?
Yeah, in college.
Like a quarter of that. You know, it just. But you know, I mean, to most of these players that make the big money, credit to most of them because they do like share with their teammates. Like, they aren't just out here just like, they obviously got money, but from what I've always read, like, they're willing to share with their teammates, like, you know.
Which, like, how Angel Reese bought the whole men's basketball team, like, beats, like, not just a pair, but like a set of beats, right?
Right.
Okay, so there is at least 24 people making over $1 million in NIL.
I forgot about people like Archie Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole list that are people that they don't put the number in, but you know, right, it's well over how much most people make in a year.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. I didn't know. I had no idea they were like pumping it out like this. This kind of tells you how much these universities make.
Oh, dude. People don't know, bro.
Like
it's wild how much money, like, especially you go to one of these, you know, one of the big name schools, like, they got money, bro. And that's always been the gripe. Why aren't you paying the players?
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have the money to make it happen. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, when I go to my my campus store and I see my jersey there that doesn't have my name on the back,
Doesn't have my name on it, but I got my number on it, and I know that's why people buying it.
and you selling it for $100,
Yep. And I
and the
don't get
rack
none
is
of that.
empty.
I don't get none of that money.
NCAA coming through here, people playing the game, playing me. No, it's me. It's got all my
Well,
attributes.
That was the thing with the Fab Five. It's
Oh, yeah.
like the people got the black socks. Like, that's all the Fab Five. Why are we not making any money off this?
Right. Well, I mean, think about the biggest one, Reggie Bush.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, Reggie. I still don't think Reggie did anything wrong. I don't know what the NCAA is doing here. Just like,
Get that man his Heisman back.
give that man. I had someone ask me the other day, who was the best college player you've ever seen, and without hesitation, Reggie Bush.
You can't
Without
hesitate.
hesitation.
Like, watch his highlight tape. Just watch a part of it.
Highlight, dude. Highlight tapes don't even do a job. I saw that man in person. That man was different, bro.
Listen,
Every time he touched the ball, you're holding your breath. Every time he touched the ball. Doesn't matter if he was five yards behind the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to think from a coach's perspective, trying to like game plan for that. You can't.
Like, there's nothing you can do because nobody you can put on the scout team is gonna be able to simulate what he does.
No, I mean, I remember I used to try to be Reggie so bad. I'd be in practice.
Reggie did stuff that like you are taught not to do.
Yes.
And he was able to get away with it because he was so talented.
And he had the endurance you have to be able to run like the way he did.
Yes.
Like, pick any normal running back and have him go east and west and then back east and west. Bro, you just ran 100 yards before you even turn up to go score.
Correct.
Gee, who's doing that?
No.
Get this man his Heisman back.
There has not been another one since, and there probably will never be another Reggie Bush.
Like, legit, the second they were talking about NIL, the first conversation of it should have been, we should talk to Reggie.
We need to call Reggie. Get him back.
We should call him.
Get him back in here.
We got some apologies.
Even like someone like Johnny Manziel. You know how much money Johnny Manziel would have made in NIL?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, it's well known now that he was getting money, under the table.
He said it on freaking, I'm pretty sure he said it on Club Shay Shay.
Yep. Like
when
I should have been.
Like, I'm sorry. If I'm a player and I'm filling seats.
Yes.
And we are on ESPN 1, 2, you, all this.
What other reason why are people watching Texas A&M and those
because of me?
Because of me.
It's not just people who live in Texas. Nah.
Yes.
You getting a nationwide broadcast because why? They want to see what I'm doing.
Yes.
And bro, when I see that Bronny's making $4.9 million, I instantly think. But and then I mean, side note, you throw in, I think this is a cumulative of his followers also though, like from TikTok and Instagram and all those stuff. So, but still, right? That just makes me think of how much money, not LeBron, Reggie Bush would have made. He would have easily made 20.
Yeah, I mean, easily 10 minimum. Minimum.
Everybody watched that man.
Yes.
Even if you didn't like that USC.
Yes.
You're like, hey, did you see Reggie Bush?
Hey, did y'all watch Reggie play last night?
Did you see me hit the stop and go on old boy?
Yeah. Yeah, Reggie was cold, bro. Like I said, zero hesitation, best college player I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the only people say Vince Young, but bro, like Vince was great.
No,
don't get me wrong.
I always hear like Tim Tebow, which I'm not going to take anything from Tim Tebow. I'm not going to take anything from Tim Tebow. He was a great player,
college player, yes,
player. He could not do.
No.
He could not control.
No.
A game like Reggie could.
No.
There was just no guarding that man.
No.
Like, bruh, Percy Harvin. I love
The
Percy.
the best thing that you could try to do with Reggie is limit him to 5 yards a carry. That was the best you could do with him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He only averaged 5 yards a carry. We're good.
Like you couldn't touch him. You could not. You could. Could you imagine that man in flag football?
oh no.
What?
Hey,
Call a human highlight reel.
He would have had 1,000 yards a game.
Couldn't touch him in pads, let alone grab a flag. Gee Louise.
No, ain't no way.
I couldn't imagine being in college, coming from like how I grew up, and making NIL money like this.
Bro, like,
you want to talk about the disrespect?
That's why it's hard, man. Like it's hard to put a gauge on these players get Hollywood, man. When you start making money like that in college.
Well, I mean, think about what Angel just said. She's like, she literally said, damn near said, I don't need this shit.
I don't need this.
She said, I don't need this shit.
Thoughts about Angel? Like, look, Angel's All-American, great player. Angel gotta be quiet. Okay,
she gotta shut the fuck up.
You're not helping yourself, Angel. Trust me, because when you get to the WNBA, nobody's gonna give a shit about branding. No, nobody cares about any of that. All right, like all that shit's dead. Nobody's gonna care about that. You gotta hoop. If you can't hoop, we're gonna find out pretty quickly whether you can hoop or not.
Dude, she still has a couple fundamental issues that piss me off.
I've been saying, bro, I don't even think she's the best player on her team, and she's All-American. I don't even think she's the best player on her team.
No. Like, when I watch her game, sometimes I look and I'm just like, ooh. I'm like, ooh.
Like, Flo J, better. Haley Van Lith, better. I mean, obviously with Haley, she went from being the girl Louisville, so she's like still adjusting.
Yeah, but, and you can tell. You can tell. She frustrates me watching her play in the system.
She could be so much more aggressive than what she is. And I know Angel has said that we want her to be, but it's easier said than done when you're on a team that just won a chip last year.
Yeah, and when you have someone who has as much hype as Angel has,
yes,
that is very hard to say. Okay, you know what? I want to take over this game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I think even think about in any NBA. Think about the NBA. Kyrie going to Dallas. That's Luka's team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
it took them until
yesterday,
2 months ago.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
To get it right.
And now you start to see Kyrie play like Kyrie again.
Yep.
And people are starting to see like, oh, yo, that's the Kyrie we saw in Cleveland.
Look, man, people forget, man. Obviously this week, we hear, is Kyrie the most skilled ever? So I'm indifferent about this because how are we defining skill is my question. I don't think there's anybody better ever with the ball in their hand. I don't think there's anybody better. He can lay up with both hands. He can dribble with both hands. He can pass off. I mean, I understand why people are making the argument. I mean, I would really have to sit down and actually think about who the most skilled player. I don't know. That's a hard conversation to have.
He is, when it comes to a ball in hand, I would say him or Pete
Second
Maravich.
to none. Yeah.
Him or Pistol Pete. Yeah. And scoring wise, again, that's the only other person I can compare him to. Yeah. And I didn't get and we didn't get to see Pistol, right? Like he was way before our time, but his numbers, right?
Yeah,
his numbers
a lot.
Right. Like when Caitlin Clark is just now beating his numbers.
Like people say, what about Steph? Look, Steph is the greatest shooter ever made. No question. But skill wise, he's not Kyrie. We got to be honest.
No. Have you seen blips? Have you seen moments of Steph where you're like, yo, he's got some packages, right?
Yes.
But consistently on a day-to-day basis, who is doing it like Kyrie?
I mean, this time last week, Kyrie hit a 25-foot
Game winner.
left-handed like push shot. It was damn near a 3-pointer.
Yes.
I challenge any of you to go outside in your backyard and try that and see how many times you make it. It'll probably be 0.
Hold on. Let's just talk about his IQ though.
Yes.
Okay. 1, to put the game in his hands.
Yep.
That's 1. Remember, like that was Luka's team. But to put the game in his hands, for him to realize, like, I have a 7-footer guarding me on my shooting hand, and have the confidence to say, I'm going to win the game with my offhand.
I'm going to win the game with the left.
Bruh.
Like, and so, like, the other thing is, he actually, like, if you go back and look at the clock, he had time to maybe take one more dribble and maybe shoot a little floater. But I think he probably felt Jokic on his right side and was like, you know what? Like, I don't want to take the chance that he's going to block it. I like basketball IQ, which this may have to be another episode because I just popped in my head. But the LeBron James and JJ Redick podcast, absolutely my favorite podcast. I'm just going to say that. My favorite sports podcast ever.
Yeah.
Right now. Because it's just, you see a lot of athletes like doing podcasts now, and it's just like they're just doing small talk,
right?
And
talking shit.
That. But like to actually hear 2 great basketball minds, and JJ Redick is a great basketball mind. For those of you who have never heard of JJ Redick, like great basketball mind, probably should be a coach.
Yeah, go watch his college tapes.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
Sheesh.
Yes. I mean, anybody who's made that much money in the NBA, was in the league for 16 years, like, he's a smart dude.
Yeah. He's dope.
But basketball IQ is lacking in today's NBA.
That's Steph's fault. Steph has fucked the game up.
So it's funny that LeBron didn't say, but he kind of hinted at, like, Steph changed the game in some good ways and he changed the game in some bad ways. Because now everybody wants to come down and take 35 footers, and unfortunately for you, you're not Steph Curry. So
if you don't listen, if you're someone who don't believe that Steph Curry fucked the game up, go to a 5th grade basketball game.
Correct.
Go to a 5th grade basketball game.
Correct.
And watch how many shitty threes you see chucked up.
Yep.
Kids doing step back threes in 5th grade.
Steph is great.
For what?
But I think even Steph would admit, like, yeah, like, some of the things that I see on YouTube, whatever, are not, like, it's not good basketball.
Dude, you know what I was just thinking about?
It's not.
How Joker had to feel when Kyrie shot that shit.
He's like, oh yeah, we got this W. Wait, he did what?
My man was like, I got him. My hand is in his pocket. He ain't gonna know what the fuck.
Dude, even going back to what we were saying about, like, bad basketball / bad shots. A lot of the shots that Caitlin Clark takes are bad shots.
Yeah.
Like, if we're just being completely honest, like, just because she hits them doesn't mean they're not bad shots. Now, she's a great player, but she gets away with that because she makes them a lot.
Yes. Like, I think about the corner volleyball line shots. That's a hard shot. To be able to shoot from this side over there. That's a hard shot. Or vice versa. Even to be able to turn your body the other way from that distance is a hard shot. The amount of legs you need for that shot, especially as a young lady. Like, that's a hard shot.
I mean, we've kind of talked about how the women's game is, if you like basketball and know the game of basketball, the women's game is actually it's actually a better product.
Yes.
Like, I know 100%. People don't want to admit that, But
Now, are there moments? Okay, are there moments in schools like watching the tournament? You see like these freaking 12 seeds, and you notice that there is a development gap.
mhm.
You can tell there's a development gap in some of the, especially in the bigs.
Yep.
I noticed in the bigs a lot. There's a lot of development gap where their footwork's not right. Their shot selection is like real
most yeah
spotty.
most bigs that aren't at big programs are really raw. Like if you
Yeah,
notice,
yeah.
they're more athletic than everybody, but in terms of like actual skill, they're just very raw.
But now when you get to that 3, 2, and 1 position,
Well, when you go, like you watch these mid majors play, and then you go watch a Zach Edey play, who's playing right now.
yeah.
There's a clear
Ooh.
difference.
Ooh. Also, I feel bad for men's basketball right now. Women's is shining right now, baby.
Yeah,
Women's
I'm not
basketball
gonna
shining.
lie. The women's tourney is probably going to be better. I mean, the men's has been great up to this point, but
It's
a lot of upsets. A lot of upsets.
Yeah, got my parlays fucked up.
And that kind of speaks to what I was saying earlier about, you want to know why it's a ton of upsets? Because you're playing against a team full of upperclassmen now.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't playing against freshmen. So you're not going to get away with just being more athletically gifted than people now, because you have smarter college basketball players that have been around for 3-4 years.
Yeah. Shout out to Oakland. Even though y'all fucked my parlay up last night, that's fine.
Hey, Oakland fucked everybody's parlay up. That's cool.
Like, look, overtime, I was like,
cool.
let's go.
Yeah.
And then they just pissed down their legs. Moment was too big.
Man, it's hard, man. Like, it's hard to take. I mean, yesterday was not a good day for underdogs. They all lost. So
yeah.
not a great day. And I think today all of the favorites are actually, I know the last I looked at the Purdue game, they were up like 15 at halftime. So that game might be over already. Let's see.
I hope so. I need to make a couple dollars.
Oh yeah. 50-89 with 7 minutes left. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that game's over.
Yo, to be honest, I was real skeptical about like betting on college games.
I'm gonna put you up on game. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you're gonna need a tool like I've showed you before, because you can't really get these kind of stats anywhere else. But like player props for college, moneymaker.
Yeah.
Moneymaker.
See, I was just going off of the win lines.
1 for 1 today already.
I was going off of win lines, but then I was sitting there like, bro, college basketball has got to be, and that's why there's so much money when it comes to brackets.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so unpredictable. Which basketball is the only sport that you can do shit like that, right? Like football, hell no. If Kent State plays Duke in football, no offense to Kent State, okay.
Right.
Like it's just not. You don't have the tools. But in basketball,
it's different.
Completely different.
Especially if you got a great coach, it's different.
And that's the thing about the bracket that people don't realize is pick the coach, not the team.
Correct.
Like, yes, obviously your team. You said that. Obviously, the team has got to play the game, but when it comes to this March Madness shit,
coaching matters in basketball. Okay, matters on every level. Okay, you can have a team that's more talented. Coaching matters.
It matters. Shoot, we saw that. I saw that this year in high school. Freaking, our high school team was the most athletic team out of any team they played. But
coaching,
man,
coaching matters.
It's sad.
You can get away with shitty coaching in the regular season. You really can.
Yeah,
you can get away with it. But once the postseason comes around and people are game planning for you, you got to be on your shit.
Yes, 100%. Look, you speaking hot facts right now, like hot off the press. When I see a 12 seed go against a Michigan State, I have no doubt that Michigan State's not gonna pull that off with Tom Izzo.
Yes, there's a reason why. If you go look at the last 10 and 15 years, it's the same few teams in the Sweet 16 and Final Four: Duke, Michigan State, North Carolina, Kansas.
Yep.
There's a reason, because they have Hall of Fame coaches.
Yep. Do you get little sparkles of people like Creighton?
Yes.
Some people like that? Yes, of course.
Every now and then. Yeah.
Because they
Even
have
Creighton, though. Creighton has a good coach.
And I was just about to say, and just their matchup yesterday with Oregon, that was Creighton's last coach.
Yep.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're saying. Like, this coaching shit matters.
Yes. Yes. That's why coaches make millions of dollars. People say, what does a coach do? That's what they do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good coaches, if you want to win in the postseason, it doesn't even matter the sport. Football, basketball, but especially basketball. Like, coaching matters. You can't just out athlete everyone anymore.
Can coaches get NIL deals? That's what I need to figure. Hey, we need to put this in.
Coaches make so much money now, man.
I need an NIL deal.
It's wild how much coaches make nowadays.
Yeah. How much money you think Nick Saban was making?
It's somewhere. I want to say he was making $8, $9, $10 million, because you got to think, like,
how big a program that was.
And the boosters bought his house, so he didn't pay for that. Like, even if Lincoln Riley, when he just got hired at USC last year, he negotiated like a house by the water, private jet access, and it's because these schools know, like, coaching matters, dude. Like, if we want to win,
dog, Nick Saban was making $11 million.
Correct.
They said respectively.
Correct.
Respectively.
Yeah, like, I was talking to I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody about that. It's like, man, they were like, damn, Nick Saban retired. I'm like, wouldn't you? He's been making $10 million every year the last 10, 12 years. He's got plenty. He's probably got $100 million in the bank. He's 70 years old. At that point, I'm gonna go chill with my wife. I'm gonna go on vacation. I don't want to deal with this NIL shit. I don't want to do it.
I wonder how hard it is to coach players that have NIL deals.
Hard,
right?
It's hard.
They get that Hollywood shit.
Now,
right?
You don't get the luxury of everyone where you're coached by your dad, Shedeur.
Right.
Where, he can still coach you. Like, no, like, most of the time, you're not coaching me. What you mean? I make more than you. What you mean coaching me?
Ooh, right, Caleb Wilson.
It's
or Williamson. Like, I think about that.
Yeah. It's just...
you think he should go to his pro days?
I have, as a Bears fan, I'm trying to be optimistic about Caleb. Me personally, do I think he's talented? Yes. Do I think he's runaway number one? No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Jaden Daniels won the Heisman. Great. Michael Penix, great. Bo Nix, great. I mean, this is a really heavy quarterback draft. We're going to see, man. We're going to see.
I don't know if I like his character. Like, I get being confident in yourself, right?
Well, I'm really glad. So one of the cornerbacks for the Bears came out and was like, you can't do that Hollywood shit in the locker room, bro. Like, that ain't gonna work here. Like, we don't rock with that. And I'm really glad he said that, because, like, all right, like, I gotta lock back in. Nobody cares. Kind of what we said about Angel Reese. Nobody cares about your brand deals. Nobody cares. Man, it's the NFL. You playing with men who got families, bills. Like, it ain't the same as college.
No, I mean, back to Reggie Bush, right? Look at his NFL career.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, it's nothing compared to what he was in high school. Everybody run 4.4s in the NFL.
Everybody, correct.
You can't outrun nobody. Okay, Caleb, this is your job now. This isn't just like, oh, I'm gonna skip a couple classes and go sling a football a little bit. Like, dog, like you said, this is people's families. This is their kids. This is their livelihood. Like, if you don't play well, I don't eat type of shit.
Right. If you don't play well, and then you don't play well for an entire year, you might cause this guy to get cut because you
Yeah.
didn't play well. So
Yeah.
now you're fucking with my livelihood because you didn't play well.
Shoot, they gonna slap him off his feet.
And yeah, that's why teams do, like, before they draft players, they talk to everybody. The janitor, look, I want to know everything there is to know about him because we about to sink $20-30 million into this cat. And not only that, we got rid of Justin Fields, which again I don't think we should have personally. I've been saying I think we should have kept, especially like now Justin got some help. Keenan Allen,
right?
DeAndre Swift.
You went out and got a team, and now you gonna let this man
now,
go?
Right? Why didn't you do that 2 years ago,
Bruh?
Pisses me off, bro.
If I was him, I'd be big mad. I probably would unfollow them too.
Like, why did y'all wait till I'm leaving to give me a squad?
I've been getting my ass kicked for the last 2 years, and now y'all want to start building some people around?
Like, in all honesty, if Caleb Williams plays decent next year, the Bears should win 9, 10, 11 games. Decent.
Yeah.
They have so much talent now. Defense was solid in the last year. Like, if they don't win 10 games, it's going to be on Caleb.
Well, that's on the team. That's kind of like what they were talking about with Josh Purdy, right? Like, he's not an elite quarterback, but he had great weapons around him.
He had great weapons, and he knew what he could do, and he knew what he couldn't do.
He knew his game, and he knew who he had around him. He was like, listen, I'm going to get the ball to the people I need to get the ball to, and we go win some games.
All I got to do is not turn the ball over. That's it.
Like,
that's it.
And look how his career has progressed.
Yeah, and now he's probably not this year, but next year, Brock's going to get his $40 or $50 million a year because they're not. Because who are they going to get now? That's, Brock is good.
I wonder how the NIL transfers to their professional sport, right? Does it just, since you signed that contract, is it like a?
It transfers over, but it's like you're I don't want to say you're less of a bigger name.
Because I mean, you gotta think his NIL deal is probably bigger than a first round pick. Even though that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb's gonna get. I mean, the first pick is 25-30 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's
I don't
way
know
more.
if his NIL is quite that big. But
no, hell no.
I mean, if you're not a first rounder, you're probably making more in NIL.
Yeah.
If you're not a first rounder.
I think of what was Michigan's running back's name? What the fuck? Why can't I think of his name? Hold on. Is it Blake? Yeah. Blake Corum.
He's good.
Yeah. I mean, he was getting NIL money, but I feel like he's gonna get a lot more money going to the NFL. Yeah, he's one of those good. Like I'm talking about. Like he could go first round as a running back. And
I respect players like that, even though I don't fuck with Michigan. Like he could have came out last year.
Yeah. But he said, no, we gotta come back and get this chip.
No, we gotta come back and get the chip. And they did it.
Yeah. I look. And then he was taking his NIL deal and put it back in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Just a stand-up dude. I salute you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Salute you. Man, I wish this shit. I wonder what that does for high school kids now, though. That's gotta be hard for high school kids.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get. That's gotta be hard on recruiters, right? Because you see a 5-star, 4-star athlete, and now the first thing they want to talk about, well, how much am I gonna get paid? Like, bro, you've been doing this for free for 4 years, and now you want to talk about how you're gonna get paid?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you should be happy to come here.
It'll be interesting to see like how the NIL is by the time like my oldest gets in school, your oldest gets in college. Like it'll be interesting to see how it develops. I was kind of joking with him the other day. I'm like, look, I'm gonna need a private jet. You hear me? I need everything. Okay,
man,
you ain't just talking to my son. You talking to me.
Yo, I passed the airports the other day, and this girl was standing under their PJ with a freaking Crocs on and a blanket, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need that.
Yep.
I'm gonna need that, son. I'm gonna need that.
I'm
I'm gonna need y'all to watch the quick convo and enough for me to get a quick PJ.
Hey, don't let E go to Oregon. You ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing.
You know what though? I don't think E has the mental capacity to go to Oregon because the weather there is shitty all the time.
Yes, it is.
Like, Oregon is rain and clouds year round.
Rainy all year round. Yep.
So, as much as that would be so dope, maybe Clemson might not be that bad.
Hey, Clemson ain't bad, bro.
Maybe Clemson's not that bad.
Clemson ain't bad, and Clemson got the facilities that they sank $100 million into. That's kind of the good thing about going to a big ass school like that, boy. You got the best. You got better facilities in college now than you do in the NFL.
Man, well, I mean, did you see the chefs and stuff Dion hired? These kids eating tomahawk steaks and all this, and I'm like, where was that at when I was in school?
Because he realizes that's the kind of shit it takes to get a recruit now. You can't just promise that you get to the league. Now, all that facility shit is important.
And it is, man. Look, okay, how am I going to be an athlete getting paid $1 million a year in NIL money, but I got to eat macaroni and cheese from the Kraft?
Yep.
No, I'm good. Hey, talking about, hey, what's your guys' meal plans look like? Well, we get rectangle pizzas with sausage on it,
like, huh?
And applesauce. Bro, you worth $1.4 million.
Hey, like, nah. Let me go visit Georgia because I know they gonna get me right.
Right. See, and then look, these kids be chasing this NIL money, trying to go to these big schools, and they don't get no playing time. Be looking dumb as hell. I'm like, hey man, like, I thought you went to such and such. Yeah, but I got there, and everybody was good.
And I know we're a little over on time, but I just want to make sure that I say this, okay? When this college football game comes out this summer, it was nice knowing all of y'all.
Don't speak to me.
Because that was the game that before they took it away, your boy was nice.
Bruh, like, when the game come out, I'm going to have to get a whole new system.
Yes,
I've been hanging out with this same system for the last 8 years, and I'm like, look, I hope they come out with a PS5 package with this.
You got about 4 months before it comes out, so go ahead and get right.
Stack your chips.
Go ahead and get right.
Yo, hey, look, man, let's wrap this up. I appreciate you, brother.
I got you.
Yeah, y'all, NILs, man. Shit. People out here making money in college. Shit's crazy.
I can't eat.
Right. And you got the
power to change that.
Sorry. Shit in my background looking crazy out here. I don't know what we're doing. But yeah, yo, that's another episode. As always, got my brother Samaj. It's your boy Owen. We'll catch you next time on a quick combo.
Peace out.
Podcast is sponsored by Movement, your passport to a healthier, stronger you. Unleash your potential, sculpt your body,